Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah. Well,
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brockton Community Access Sports. I'm Miles Jackson, bringing you the Brockton High football game this afternoon. With me is Brian Madden and Peter Zembar. And Brian, it's a beautiful afternoon. And what do you think of Brockton High coming off a tough tie against Durfee a couple of weeks ago? What do you think they'll respond to with this tough Pinkerton Academy team?
I think that was a tough situation down there in Durfee. I think that they're going to have to, refocus and try and make sure they come away with a win today, even though it looks like their chances of making it to the Super Bowl is slim, with Durfee having to beat New Bedford to make it to the Super Bowl, and New Bedford being with a record of 2-6. So, Brockton High has to suck it up and try and go out with a positive note and win these final 3 games.
And hope for the best. And Peter Zembo, it's nice to have you this afternoon with us. And this Pinkerton Academy team, the Astros, are 7-2, and they're a pretty tough cookie coming up from the north.
They're a pretty tough team. It should be a real challenge for Brockton, who's, I believe the last time they played a team, they played Durfee about 2 weeks ago, so they may be a little rusty. This is going to be a good challenge, a good way to get them back in the shape of playing football.
Yes, indeed, and this is Coach Colombo's 41st year here at Brockton High, and it's a beautiful afternoon. It's around 55 to 60 degrees out. The crowd is still coming in. The band just finished with the national anthem. Pinkerton's fans are here this afternoon, and hopefully we'll have an exciting football game here at Rocky Marciano Stadium. Again, we welcome you. This is Brockton Community Access Sports, and where Brockton is 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Of course, the tie being to Durfee, and Durfee is one of the teams in their division, along with New Bedford. And right now, I guess we're going to hope for the best as far as Brockton. But they know what they have to do today is win this football game, and I'm sure Coach Colombo has prepared them these last 2 weeks, seeing that they had the week off last week, Peter.
As Brian said, that Brockton's chances of making the Super Bowl are very slim, and if Brockton can win all the rest of their games, they can just hope for the best and hope that their competitors lose.
That's right. One good thing about the having the week off is all their players get some rest, get to heal the bumps and bruises, and hopefully their star player, Robert Whitaker, is 100% healthy today.
As well, Brandon Hill was out for a few weeks before the break. Hopefully he will be back today.
Yeah, Brandon was back at the last Durfee game, Peter, and he did get out there for a few punt returns, and he looked pretty good.
Hopefully he can play a full game today.
Yeah, and I also want to comment on, as far as their star players, James Jackson, who's had a fantastic season so far. It's to my understanding that he hurt his wrist. So hopefully, they'll be able to tape that up, and he'll be able to hold on to the ball, and do well today.
Yeah, James Jackson played an outstanding game 2 weeks ago against Durfee. He was the go-to man. It was a cold night, wasn't a lot of passing, but James Jackson was the go-to man that evening.
Yeah, but again, I want to comment on the Big 3 standings. Right now, Durfee is 6-1-1. Brockton is 4-1-1, and New Bedford is 2-6. And for Brockton to make it to the Super Bowl, they're counting on New Bedford to upset Durfee, which is going to be,
a tough challenge.
A tough challenge, a very tough challenge, especially the way New Bedford has been playing as of late this season.
As you can see on your screen, you got the referees waiting for the 2 teams to come out on the field this afternoon with the athletic director of Brockton High, Tom Pileski. We'd like to thank him and his administration for allowing us to broadcast this game this afternoon for you.
And under the conditions, with the weather being as good as it is, I don't see that many Brockton faithful here. Half of the stands is filled up with the band.
They're probably out enjoying the weather somewhere, and I'm sure they'll be.
There's the parking lot right there.
Trudging in soon, and here come the Brockton Boxers.
But they need to be here supporting their team, as they've been all season. Right now, Brockton doesn't need to let down of the fans. They need someone to, in the stands cheering them on against this tough Pinkerton team.
Something that I came across as you were talking about the standings in this conference is that it is evident that teams are afraid of Brockton because of their football tradition. Brockton's only played 6 games this season, where most high school teams have played 8 or 9. That just goes to show that Brockton is a tough team.
Yes, and a good point, Peter, is you point out Pinkerton has already played 9 games. After this afternoon's game, they will be playing in the playoff system up there in New Hampshire. So you're right, Brockton does have a tough time finding teams to play.
Now I remember last year up in Derry, New Hampshire, Brockton, Pinkerton had this one runner who got at least a 100-yard game, about 3 touchdowns. Brockton, I'm sure, wants to get them back for what happened last season.
As we're getting ready for the coin toss here.
Out comes the Pinkerton team. They're coming out onto the field now. Brockton seems like they're all set. They're ready to go. Going over the last minute adjustments as far as how they're going to start the game.
As you saw, Pinkerton is in their white and silver pants with orange letters as the captains come out to the center of the field, along with Brockton High's captains. You can see Whitaker and Jackson.
Jamar Garrison.
And number 72 is Brandon Leach. So Brockton hopefully will come into this game pretty well oiled, hopefully not rusty, as they were a little rusty in that first half of the Durfee game. They did have a lot of penalties called on them, and I believe that was because of the week layoff before the Durfee game.
Yeah, something that today is a pretty nice day, as Brian was mentioning. It's a warm day. Hopefully the passing game will be on the money today. Normally in cold games there's not many passing because their fingers are all...
Yeah, their fingers usually all numb and everything, so
yes.
Good point.
Yeah, and back then, just want to piggyback on what Peter was saying about Brockton tradition and as far as teams wanting to avoid playing Brockton. Since 1980, Brockton has been to the Super Bowl 10 times. So, you know, that just let you know how strong Brockton high football has been over the last couple of decades.
You know, most of that I credit to Alman Colombo, who's been the Brockton High coach for 41 years. I mean, that just goes to show he's a great coach.
And a committed coach.
Yes.
Very committed.
So,
Robert Whitaker seems to be fine as he gets in the middle of that pile.
yeah, if you saw earlier, the camera showed Robert Whitaker's legs. As you know before, he is a little injury prone and he's been hurt, but he's a gamer. He always seems to come back. He shakes it off and comes back right out there on the field. So he's a tough cat.
I remember he came off the field. He was down for about 15 minutes, and he came back into the game, almost returned a kick, but he didn't have the blocking there, but he was very close. That just shows his courage.
Yes, indeedy. So we're going to get ready for the kickoff. We've got the special teams coach talking to the boxers before they go out on the field. I'm not sure if Brockton will be receiving or kicking off, and we'll find out. They will be receiving because I see Whitaker and Brandon Hill will be back deep for the boxers. Gorgeous day here at Rocky Marciano Stadium this November fall afternoon. There's a quick look at Robert Whitaker, one of the Brockton speedsters. I'm sure he's ready to hit somebody out here. As you know, as I said again, Brockton had a week off last week. Pinkerton Academy, the Astros from Pinkerton, New Hampshire.
Yeah, they've had some tough opponents this season, and they fared very well against everybody they've played.
As we get ready to kick off, here come the Astros. And Brandon Hill has it. He races up the left side. He's out to the 30, and he's taken out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Nice return by Brandon Hill, the sophomore.
Yes, he showed a lot of speed there. He was moving pretty quick.
I just like to make one correction. Pinkerton Academy, they're actually from Derry, New Hampshire. So Pinkerton Academy is located in Derry, New Hampshire. So Brockton will have the ball at about the 35-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go. Your quarterback is Mike Kershaw. In the backfield is James Jackson and Calvin Duncan, the fullback.
Good to see him back in the backfield.
And they give it to Jackson right off, and he runs up about 3 or 4 yards. James Jackson, the senior and captain of this team, co-captain.
Yeah, he was taken down by John Jenkins and Robert Shields.
Jenkins and Robert Shields making the
fullbacks.
Gained 3 yards on the play.
Pinkerton Academy. And that was a nice little run. 4 yards.
Earlier, I was talking about a running back that ran all over Brockton, had a great game up in Derry, New Hampshire last season. I believe it was John Jenkins. The name's coming back to me.
Alrighty. This Kershaw quarterback in the I formation in the backfield. 2 wideouts at the top of your screen. And they give it to Jackson again. He cuts up the middle, and he's close to a first down.
Jackson, the ball
Nice
carrier.
run by Jackson.
Real nice run. And I think if he had got through Robert Shields, he had a nice chance to pick up a nice one, a few more chunky yards.
So Brockton will have a 3rd down and short, less than a yard to go for the first down.
Speaking about Jackson, his rushing has been fantastic this year up to this point.
And it's quarterback sneak, and Kershaw gets the first down.
Kershaw, the quarterback.
Nice call by Coach Colombo
Carry, good for a box
as the
first
offensive
down.
line came through and made a nice hole for Kershaw to squeeze through for the first down.
That caught me by surprise. Normally on those 3rd and 4th down situations, you expect Calvin Duncan to drive it up through the middle.
But, back as I was saying about James Jackson, he's sixth in the division as far as rushing. He's got 287 yards as of this point.
Here's the Kershaw, drops back, unloads down the middle, and it's incomplete, a little bit short.
Kershaw,
Out there to Whitaker,
pass intended for Robert Whitaker,
as
incomplete.
Kershaw's pass was way short. So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 yards to go
Yeah, that was
for the Boxers.
that was definitely a short pass. He kind of alligator on that. I don't know. Not that Robert was all that open, but you know, if you can get it in anywhere in the area, there's a good chance Robert will come up with the ball.
Good point, Brian. Just get it in Whitaker's area, and he'll catch it. So we got 2 wideouts at the top of your screen, I formation in the backfield. Hand off to Jackson. He's hit from behind, but he gets a couple yards.
Jackson for the Boxers.
The ball was almost snatched right out of his hands, and he kept it. Excellent job of that.
James Jackson is a very strong young man.
Yes, and he was hit in the backfield by 66, Mike Van Nostrand.
So we've got a 3rd down and around 7 yards to go.
Actually, that was number 6, Ramsey Lewis.
Ball's on the Brockton High 49-yard line. So here come the Boxers. 3rd down situation, man in motion. Kershaw goes to his right, looks, decides to run the ball, and he's caught from behind. A gain about 1 yard. Nice play on the defense to contain that and keep the wide receivers covered because there was really no one he could throw to. So we're gonna have a 4th down and a punting situation with 8 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock.
And this will be Brockton's first test with it, as far as the defense, trying to contain Pinkerton Academy.
So Pinkerton puts 2 men deep.
Numbers 25 and numbers 80. Andrew Parsons and Mike Garella.
Beautiful kick, and he doesn't take a fair catch, and he's hammered, and there's a flag. Be interesting to see what the flag will be.
I did not see a fair catch signal.
I didn't see a fair catch signal either, so we'll see. Very brave act by the return man there. Number 80, was that Brian?
Number 80, yes. I think they're going to say they didn't give him enough room
Andrew Parsons.
to catch the ball.
Oh no, they're bringing it back. It's a penalty on Pinkerton Academy.
He must have called fair catch and then ran the ball.
It looks that way. He might have called fair catch and
Blocking the back.
Oh, blocking the back,
blocking the
okay.
back.
So nice for the Boxers, but not so nice for the Astros of Pinkerton, as they're backed up deep in their own territory inside the 5-yard line, but just about at the 5. There's the handoff to number 30. That's John Jenkins, the running back.
Yeah, it was a nice defensive stop by Brockton to hold them to just 2 or 3 yards on that play.
Jenkins got about 2 or 3 yards on that play. So we got a second down.
7.
Quarterback is Nick Barker. He hands it off to number 25, and he runs into his own man and falls down just about the line of scrimmage.
Mike Greller on the carry.
Yeah, he ran right into the back of Ryan Werner, and he wasn't too pleased with Werner for being in his way.
So we got a third down. It's about 7 yards still to go. Quarterback drops back, looks, throws across the middle, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage by the defense. So it's going to be a 4th down.
Yeah, that was nice coverage by Cal Duncan, actually.
The linebacker, Calvin Duncan, stayed right with the tight end or wide receiver.
Excellent job by number 73, John Paul, of rushing the quarterback, put him under pressure, forced him to throw the ball.
Yes, it did. It did force him to throw it when he really didn't want to. Coach Colombo, I'm sure, is happy on that defensive stand. So we've got Whitaker and Brandon Hill, I believe, back for the punt. It's short, about the 40. Whitaker drops the ball, but he was able to get the bounce back right into his lap. So it'll be Brockton High's football around the 34-yard line of Pinkerton. Lucky break for Whitaker there with he dropped it and it bounced right back into his hands.
You know, Whitaker's done that a number of times this season, going after a ball that was poorly kicked and trying to catch it on the run. And dropped it. He got away with one this time.
Yes, he did. So Kershaw will bring the Boxers out again at the 34-yard line with 6 minutes and 46 seconds on the clock. I formation in the backfield. Wideouts are split wide and left. Quick across over there to Whitaker. He takes it out to the wide side, and he's taken down over there around the 25-yard line, close to a first down.
Actually, number 80, Andrew Parsons.
Andrew Parsons was trying to take him down, and Whitaker didn't let him. He just swung him around.
Yeah, he had him by one arm, and Whitaker was trying to pull his way free. But Parsons was able to hold on to him long enough for the reinforcements to come in and help bring Whitaker down.
We got a second down and short. I formation in the backfield. Hand off to Duncan. And he rumbles up close to a first down. depending on the referee's spot, it's going to be close.
And back to that previous play, I like that play where, quarterback drops back and throws it out to Whitaker in the flat and, gives him the opportunity to go ahead and try and pick up some yards because, A, Whitaker definitely has the speed and he has the ability to break a tackle or two.
Good thing there's not much of a wind here today because on that play to Whitaker where he throws it to him towards the side, if that ball is blown back into the backfield, it is considered a fumble.
So there you have it. 3rd down and short. And Jackson is going to be close. He might have made it.
Yeah,
From here, it looks like he did.
I think he made it. His forward progress looked like it made the first down. That was a nice little spin move that he made, enabling him to pick up that extra couple of inches. They gave him the first down.
As you see, they're moving the chains.
Yeah, excellent job by Jackson to make something out of nothing there because if he would have went down where he was hit, it would have been a loss.
It would have definitely been a loss.
So you got a 1st down and 10. Brockton is still on the roll here early in the first quarter. Mike Kershaw at quarterback. Handoff to Jackson. He takes it up the middle. He rumbles. He's up
gone.
there. He's to the 5.
Touchdown.
Touchdown! Brockton. James Jackson rumbles up the middle for a score of about, that looked like about a 20-something, 22-yard run. Nice run by Jackson. He shed tacklers.
Yeah, I knew when he reached this 15-yard line, he wasn't being tackled. He was not being tackled.
Here it is on
right here.
replay.
Once he got past that point, he was gone. He was gone. They were not stopping
The
him.
guy just got him right there at the end and he kind of falls into the end zone.
As Jackson puts on the speed at about the 15-yard line, it's pointed out, so it's a 6-0 lead. They're going for the field goal. Eric Ampuja will kick it. It's up, and it is good. So 7-0 Brockton. Boxer lead here in the first quarter. 4 minutes and 42 seconds left in the half.
Yes.
And a very well executed drive by the Boxers considering them having the time off last week.
Yes.
They didn't look rusty at all, no penalties.
No penalties, and they just slow and methodically used that running game with James Jackson and using up the clock, just trucked it on downfield, scored the touchdown.
So Pinkerton Academy will have a chance to answer back here. As you hear the Brockton High band, as the crowd is a little bit more upbeat at the moment.
They got their blood pumping after seeing James Jackson run for that touchdown.
As we got number 30 and number 80 for Pinkerton.
That's number 30,
John
Jenkins.
Jenkins and Andrew Parsons.
2 key players up to this point in the game.
And Pooja's ready to kick.
And here come the Boxers. It's down there to number 80. And it's fake reverse. As Brockton was right on it, and the ball was carried up to about the 22-yard line of Pinkerton's.
Yes, and that was a nice run back. Got back to the 22-yard line. Good tackle there by Ralph Shirley and others.
So here come the Astros. Number 7, Nick Barker is the quarterback, the senior, as they run it up the middle, and it's stopped by the Boxers. Nice defensive stand by the lineman there, as they only gained 1 or 2 yards, if that.
That's right. Gene Paul right there in the middle to bring down the running back.
So we got a 2nd down. 2nd down and 9 yards to go with 4 minutes on the clock. It's handed off to number 25. As he goes around the end there. for a little gain. Again, the Boxers are right on that.
Yeah, Jamal Garrison was in there, and he took Gorilla down for a loss. That was a nice heads-up play by Jamal. Getting the backfield.
So the Astros are faced again with a third down situation again. On their first drive, they had to punt. Let's see what happens here. Fake end around down the middle to number 25, and they hit him, and he breaks free. He's down at the 45, the 40, and he's taken down hard at the 40-yard line of Brockton. Nice play by the Astros.
Nice play by Mike Grella.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice play by Mike Gorella, and that was a beautiful tackle by Ralph Shirley. You know, to take him out low, and take his legs out from underneath him.
Here we go on replay. Nick Barker, the senior, shows his poise.
Gorella runs it down the middle, and he breaks through Whitaker. And here comes Ralph Shirley, who takes him down.
Nice tackle by Ralph Shirley. Handoff to number 25 was back with live action.
Mike Grella once again.
They gain a yard on the play.
Mike Grillo, he's a junior. As he takes a rest, he comes off the field. Well-deserved rest. So Brockton refuses the illegal motion penalty, so it makes it a second down and 9 to 10 yards to go. 9 yards to go. They're in Brockton territory at the 39-yard line. 2 minutes and 34 seconds on the clock as it's running. 7-0 Boxer lead. Throws it out there to number 88, the big tight end, and they bring him down, number 45.
Greg McCarthy on the reception.
Big Greg McCarthy.
Yeah, that was a nice pass.
You can say big again, 6'4", 220 pounds.
Yeah, he's a big one. 3rd down and 5. So, you know, this would be a nice stop for Brockton if they can prevent them from getting this first down.
Barker drops back, quick pass out there to the flats. Number 80, he catches it. Andrew Parsons. Quick pass by the Astros.
The Astros have their passing game working for them today.
Yes, they do, as Nick Barker's completed a number of them on this drive.
Yeah, and they just started. First drive, they tried to run the ball, and they didn't use the passing plays much at all.
Not only has Nick Barker had a great passing drive, they've been mixing around too. Some to Greg McCarthy, some to Mike Grella.
So here come the Astros as Barker directs his backfield, man in motion. A pitch out to Gorella. He breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's still going, and he's brought down finally at about the 7-yard line for Brockton.
By Kareem Nelson.
A little sloppy tackling there by the Boxers.
Yes, he broke about 3 or 4 tackles on that play. And he definitely looked good. Here it is on replay with the old option play. And he's running up. He breaks through 40, 45, gets past Dern. Gets past Whitaker. And then Kareem brings him down. And we're back to live action.
And it's a touchdown.
They had a cameraman fooled on that one, I can tell you that.
I can't see who that, number 30. John Jenkins made the touchdown. He rumbled right up the middle for the score. You caught it at the tail end there. So it's a 7-6 ball game with 38 seconds on the clock as the Astros have scored here late in the first quarter. So they'll go for a field goal here. Number 22, Gerard Gay, backup quarterback, junior, will do the kicking. It's up, and it is good. So we've got a tie game here with 38 seconds on the clock as Pinkerton makes a nice drive, impressive drive downfield, Peter.
Yes, and I think the only way Brockton can bounce back is if they open up their passing game and mix it in with their running game. They should be unstoppable.
Okay. So it's 7-7.
And I think this is going to be not a really high-scoring game because I think both defenses are pretty good. But I think there's going to be some scoring in this game. I think they're going to probably be around 20 points apiece.
At this time, we have a special happy birthday with the Brockton High School halftime dancer, Jen Silva.
Again, this is Brockton Community Access. I'm Miles Jackson with Brian Madden and Peter Zimbar with me this afternoon. The lights have been turned on here at Marciano Stadium.
The lights at the stadium have been on for a while. I think the lights for the press box have just been turned on. That's what we're noticing.
So Gerard Gay will be kicking. It's a short kick, bobbled by Brandon Hill. He picks it up in the end zone. He makes it out,
I thought he should have.
What are you
and
doing?
he is brought down around the 2-yard line.
It boggles the mind why he didn't nail it in the end zone.
Yeah, once the momentum takes
yeah.
the ball in the end zone, nail it down. That was.
I think
Oh,
Brandon was a
Colombo.
little confused.
Colombo is going to go off on him. Oh,
I
my
think,
goodness.
unfortunately, Brandon was a little confused. I think when he thought he touched the ball, he had to do something with it, and that might not be the case.
Brendan Hill talking to
So I'm sure
Colombo
Coach Colombo
now.
let him know. It's unfortunate, but it happens. So
Yes.
Brockton is deep in their own territory, about the 2-yard line.
Possibly he wasn't aware of the situation that there was a bunch of Pinkerton Academy players coming at him.
Well, I'm sure he saw the players, but I don't think he realized that he could nail the ball down.
Yeah, that was
I think
it.
he touched the ball out of the end zone and thought that he had to run it out.
Right.
But,
So here comes the Boxers. Backed up in their own territory. They give it to Jackson, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That just shows the confidence Brockton has in their running game. They're like on the 1-yard line, and they give it to the running game.
well, that's par for the course in most situations, Peter. When you're on the 1-yard line, you want to use the running backs to try and give yourself some room to pass, because you don't want to be trying to pass in the end zone, because that just opens it up for a safety.
So that's it for the first quarter. You've got a 7-7 tie ball game as Brockton will have the football at the other end of the field. There it is on the scoreboard. Second down, 9 yards to go. Deep in Brockton territory.
Yeah, Brockton's got their work cut out for them, to try and move the ball, move the sticks, and they're on their own 1-yard line. But they definitely have the ability and the talent to be able to do it. But no one wants to start 99 yards away from the end zone.
As you see the Brockton High cheerleaders cheering Brockton fans on here. As you see some of the players on the sideline for Brockton High. Boxers coming in here at 4 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Pinkerton Academy, 7 wins and 2 losses. As the Astros of Derry, New Hampshire come down to the South Shore and mingle with the Boxers of Brockton.
We'll see what's going to happen here. Second down. On the 3-yard line. I think James is due for a breakout, get about 9 yards, give them some room to move.
Split formation in the backfield for Brockton. Mike drops back, throws a deep bomb, and it's incomplete.
It's overthrown.
Way overthrown. going to Whitaker as Kershaw kind of hurried it.
Yeah. And
Mike Kershaw, the senior.
not only was it thrown, overthrown, but it was also thrown to the inside. You know, Whitaker needed it to be on the outside, closer to the sidelines.
So that'll bring up a second down.
Third down.
Third down, excuse me. Third down and 9 yards to go, deep in their own territory. High formation in the backfield. Jackson gets the call. He breaks a tackle, breaks another. He brings it up to about the 9 or 10 yard line to give the punter a little room as we got a fourth down coming up. And I'm sure the Boxers will punt it.
I think that's what they should have done 3 times in a row. Gave it to Jackson, because 3 times to James Jackson, you will get 10 yards. You will get 10 yards 90% of the time. So, not that they shouldn't throw to Whitaker, but under the circumstances, being on the 1 yard line. Go ahead, Miles.
Here's the snap, the punt, nice punt, deep punt. And it'll be down at the 45 yard line.
And Pooja got all of that one.
Nice punt by Eric Ampuja.
And that was a nice spiral. I mean, that looked like it was thrown. Never mind, kicked.
So the Astros will have it in their own territory, about the 45 yard line. First down and 10. 10 minutes and 58 seconds on the clock. 7-7 tie ball game. Handoff to number 25.
Gorella.
And he gets about 4 or 5 yards. Mike Gorella, the junior, with the carry.
He's pretty quick, that Gorella kid. He definitely is able to pick up some yards.
Handoff to Gorell again. He breaks a tackle, and he carries it. No, the ball's down. He did fumble, but he was down.
There's been some sloppy tackling by Brockton tonight. Either that
Definitely.
or Gorell is just excellent at bouncing off tackles.
And the tackling hasn't been up to par so far this evening. So that's going to be a first down in Brockton territory. Here it is on replay.
And Gorella and Whitaker's had a tough time as far as tackling today. Yeah, he was able to spin out of that tackle, pick up an extra 7 or 8 yards.
Quarterback drops back. He's sacked. Fumble! And it's picked up by Pinkerton. A fortunate bounce into one of the linemen's hands there, number 76, Potter. As Pinkerton gets a big break there, it was a blitz there.
Yeah.
Frank Potter on the fumble recovery.
We might see this on replay to see who came in on the right-hand side.
Bello.
I believe it.
Bello.
Sean Bellows.
That dude is nasty. He's definitely nasty. He can
I
play.
thought I wasn't sure if it was Bello or Garrison.
Oh, Garrison?
Yeah.
Well, Garrison was there, but Bello's the one that,
Initiated
hit him
it.
in the back, knocked him down, made him fumble.
So a big loss, so it'll be a second down, around 25 yards to go. Handoff up the middle to number 30, and he runs for about 2 or 3 yards, and there's a flag down.
Play.
Nice play by the defense. As John Jenkins was brought down after about a 3-yard gain. As the referees are talking to Brockton High's defense. So he's discussing it with Brockton High's defense as they look over to Coach Colombo.
But they're pointing to Pinkerton. Something's going on down there. We're trying to figure it out.
It's definitely on Pinkerton Academy. It's just a matter of what Brockton wants to do. Do they want to decline or go with the penalty? And let's see.
I think they're trying to figure out the spot of the ball. I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to take the penalty.
Gonna move him back. Holding on Pinkerton.
So that's going to bring the ball back even
And
further.
I like that referee. He's moving him back a couple extra yards there.
So we're going to have second down and about 35 yards to go for a first down.
I believe that was Kareem Nelson down there pointing that to move it back.
So here comes the academy.
And I believe they're going to do a passing play here.
Drops back, passes real quick to number 25. He takes it to the right, sheds a tackle, but Brockton is right on him.
Gorilla couldn't sneak by Brockton defenders this time.
Nice gang tackling by the Boxers.
Yeah, Cal Duncan in on the tackle, as was Tyrone Pruitt
And Kareem Nelson, I believe.
and Kareem Nelson.
So it'll be a third down and long. Third down and over 30 yards to go for a first down. As Brockton brings in their nickel defense. And there's going to be a timeout on Brockton as their defense wasn't quite ready for the play. So we've got a timeout here with 8 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half. There's a tie ball game. Pinkerton has the ball with third down.
Yes, and up to this point, the Boxers is definitely looking pretty good defensively.
Yeah, defensively, Brockton's held up pretty well. Offensively, they seem to get on track right away, but since then, they've kind of stalled a little bit.
Yeah, but I think they'll be fine. They just need to continue to stay focused and try and contain Gorilla, because Gorilla's the one that's really been getting all the yardage here.
Gorilla, the junior. Coach Colombo, I'm sure, a little concerned. He'd like to see his offense get a little bit more on track in this first half. There's the whistle as play will resume. As Nick Baraka, the senior, brings the Astros up to the line of scrimmage. He drops back. Looks like a screen pass to number Gorilla. He's at the 50, and he's fumble. Brockton has the football. Number 28, Junior Mark, picks up the ball. Big play by the Brockton defense, Brian.
Fantastic play by the Brockton defense. They tried to throw it to their old standby, Mr. Gorilla, and here it is on replay. He receives the ball and he tries to make something happen, but he's kind of carrying the ball kind of loosely, and the ball is hit by Sean Bello.
Yeah, he was carrying it like a loaf of bread, and unfortunately, it was knocked out of his hands and into the arms of a Boxer defender.
Yes, and that was a nice heads-up play by Bello to, free the ball from Mr. Gorilla.
So the Boxers have an opportunity to capitalize here with 8 minutes on the clock.
In good field position.
Handoff to Jackson. He gets about 2 yards.
Before a gain tackle by Jenkins, Fowler, and Shields.
So it'll be a second down and 8.
Pinkerton makes it easy. They get the names of the players on the back of their shirts. You were going to say, Miles?
No, they're just close to the center of the field, the Boxers. They're inside the 50 there. Mike drops back and throws it way out of bounds, looking for Whitaker, and he was way off there. As he's Mike Kershaw is still trying to get on track here as far as passing goes. He's having a tough time here in the first half. Still a lot of time to go. As he gets instructions from Coach Colombo.
Yeah, but Kershaw is second in the division as far as passing. His completions 14 of 28. Completion rate 50%. Total yards 332. His quarterback rating is 117, so he's not that bad.
Okay, we've got 2 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Man in motion. Kershaw drops back, looks for somebody's hit. He still delivers the football, and it's a little bit behind number 88.
Patrick Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. So the Boxers cannot complete that 3rd down. It'll be a 4th down and punting situation.
Yeah, the Boxers let one get away because that was definitely an opportunity they could have used to score again.
So Ampuja will kick. And it's taken down there at the 20 by number 80, Andrew Parson. Here he goes up the field. He's at the 40, the 50, the 45, 40. He's got 1 tackler. He might go all the way. He's going all the way, folks. Touchdown, Pinkerton Academy. Andrew Parsons takes it for about 80 yards.
More than that, I would say.
What a run.
Beautiful run.
Yeah,
Here it is on replay.
He gets the picket fence, and there he goes. He's off.
Yeah, about 80 yards.
Gets on 20-yard line, and there he goes. And he's got the blockers on the outside. Two players to beat. Cal Duncan tries to get in here right about here.
Nice block. Nice block.
And Cal wasn't able to push him out of bounds, and then that's it. And Pusha was the last player to get by.
So the Astros score big.
And fast.
Here in the 2nd quarter. Here's the extra point. It's bobbled, blocked. As it was bobbled by the holder there when it was snapped. So Brockton was able to take advantage of it and block the extra point. So we've got a 13-7 Pinkerton Academy lead with 6 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock.
And that was a nice heads-up play by Sean Bello
Yeah.
to get in there to block that extra point.
Sean Bell's been a playmaker in this game so far.
He definitely has. He's been playing excellent football.
So the Boxers need to come back and strike here if they can to keep the game in hand. It's only a 6-point lead, but it's always nice to score after your opponent scores.
Yes. And again, that reflects back on that missed opportunity a few moments ago.
So number 22, Gerard Gay, sets up the football to kick it off down there to Whitaker and Brandon Hill. And here we go. Nice kick.
Beauty.
It's deep under Brandon Hill. He takes it. He goes straight forward over to the right. He's snatched out of bounds. And there's no, I thought there was a flag, but no flag. He was just putting his little marker where the ball goes. It's at the 20.
Excellent tackle by number 4, who's coincidentally named A.J. Marciano.
Okay, A.J. Marciano takes him down at the 20. Here it is on replay. Beautiful kick.
Nice kick. And Brandon, he's definitely a speedster. But I think it would behoove him, if that makes any sense to you, to look upfield a little bit more and not just dart for the for the sidelines. You know, look upfield, see where your blockers are, and then run accordingly.
So here come the Boxers. 1st and 10 at the 20. Option, and Kershaw keeps it and gets about 6 yards for a nice run by the quarterback, as it was a quarterback option, and he elected to keep the ball and run for 6 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 4.
2nd down and 4, yes.
That was a nice run, nice little option play there by Kershaw.
Boxers have a wide out left, wide out right, I formation to backfield. They hand it off to Dunk. Nope. It's
Option
given to
play.
Jackson, and he takes it for a big yardage.
First down and more.
Nice fake, as I thought they gave it to Duncan, but it was a fake up the middle, then a quarterback option pitch out to James Jackson. He took it all the way down to about the 41-yard line of Brockton. Here it is on replay.
Yes, and that was a nice option play by Kershaw, and he held it just right to the right time and pitched it out to James Jackson, who was able to get upfield for about a good 16 yards.
Yeah, you're right, Brian. He let go of that ball at the perfect time to give it to Jackson so he could dart up the field. Here are the boxes, 1st and 10. Another quarterback option, and this time Pinkerton's right on it, and Kershaw gets nothing.
Maybe a 1-yard loss on the play.
Nice play by the defense.
Yeah, it's definitely. I don't think that's something they need to do with that a whole lot. I'm not going to second guess Harmon, but, you know, they need Kershaw. They don't want to take a chance on him getting hurt. Trying to run it upfield. He's not a running back.
So here come the boxes with a 2nd and 10. 5 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock as it's running. 2 wide outs to the left. It's like a
nice end around.
end around. Here
Robert
comes
Whitaker.
Whitaker.
He's
He
gone.
takes it to the 50,
He's gone.
40,
He's gone. They're
45,
not catching
30,
him.
20, 10. Touchdown, Robert Whitaker. Brockton Boxers. Nice end around reverse.
If we can get a replay of that, you can see that the whole Pinkerton defense is on the other side of the field as Robert Whitaker's running up this side of the field. And they had to try to get a good angle at him to hit him, but
And
you can't catch him.
As you see here, as soon as Robert touches the ball, that's it. That's it. Here he comes around. There's one player to beat, and he tried to cut in, had the wrong angle, and that was it.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to score quickly after your opponent scores, and Brockton has done it this evening. Here is the extra point. It's up, and it is good.
And if my memory serves me correctly, I think this play's worked at least 3 times this season for a touchdown.
Well, back in the Durfee game, Brian, you wasn't there, but they did that play late in the game, and it didn't score a touchdown, but it brought the ball down to the around 5-yard line to give Brockton the opportunity to take the lead. So it seems that end around reverse seems to work every time Brockton pulls it.
Yes, yes. It's only been maybe once or twice that I've seen it stop for a minimal amount of yards.
So nice play calling by Coach Armand Colombo.
But being a trick play, though, it's not something you want to put in, use a whole lot, because there is a risk involved. You were saying?
Well, no, I'm just saying, nice call by Colombo. The fool, I guess it just caught the defense totally off guard.
Definitely.
Caught me off guard, too.
Definitely.
So it's a 14-13 Boxer lead with 5 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first half.
I tell you, Brockton is going to miss these 2 offensive weapons of Jackson and Whitaker next year.
It's funny how we were saying the same thing last year. It seems like somebody comes up next year will come up and pick up the pace.
Yes.
You
They
know,
always have someone in the back to step up.
that will step up. And here's the kick. Nice deep kick around the 5. And it's a fake. Number 25 still has it. He goes around the right-hand side. He's still running. And he's taken out around the 25. And there's a flag down there at the end of the tackle. Usually, if you see a flag at the end of a tackle at the out of bounds, it's going to be on the special teams or the defense, whoever's out there. There we are. There's Peter, myself, and Brian
It's on Brockton 45.
bringing you the action from up top. So it is a personal foul.
Face mask penalty indicated against
Face mask on Brockton.
Yeah, Tyrone Pruitt.
Penalty is Pinkerton. First and 10 from your own 30-yard
So to
line.
make have Pinkerton Academy a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Barker hands it off. And number 25, Mike Arella, tries to go to the outside, and he finds nothing.
But Sean Bello.
Once again,
That's what he found. He found Sean Bello.
his name's come up quite a few times tonight.
Yes. Sean is definitely having a fantastic game. But he's had a great season. He's been one of those quiet sleepers that just quietly, takes care of business and does his job.
Yes, Sean Bello, he's a senior, and he's leading a good example out there for the younger guys, showing them how it's supposed to be done. Here's Pinkerton with a man in motion. Quarterback drops back, blitz by Bello, and they get it off to number 88, and he busts up there for about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Excellent job by Bello of putting Barker under pressure.
A lot of pressure by the linebacker there.
That's right. He just got that ball away.
The tackle was made by Kareem Nelson.
Again, Sean Bello, the senior, is setting a good example out there for all the juniors and the sophomores and freshmen that are on this team.
Yeah.
That want to play defense, and he's showing them how it's supposed to be done.
The young man showing a lot of heart. He's definitely
into the game.
and he's involved in a good 80% of the plays. Any plays that are on his side of the field, he's involved in the tackle.
So it's a 3rd down and 5 yards to go for Pinkerton. The Astros come up to the line with a tight formation. And it's handed off, and he busts number 30. John Jenkins takes it out there to the 45, down to the 40. Big hole that he busted through John Jenkins, the senior, and he almost broke it for a touchdown. Big gain for a 1st down in Brockton territory. Here it is on replay.
And we're already in motion here. And he's got one blocker, and he's trying to get around. He broke a few more tackles before being taken down
By Junior Mark.
That was a tight formation, and must have been a nice hole made there for Jenkins. So it's a 1st down at the 39-yard line of Brockton. Quarterback drops back, looks, fires to the flat, and excellent play.